Chalo, let's go to New York today by road from Montreal. It's a 7 hour drive and we are excited. So let's start our journey and music is a must. Sorry guys, यहाँ पे ना बहुत ज़्यादा copyright लग जाता है तो do it without the music. But I was enjoying my Bollywood music a lot as it's a must in a road trip. And New York is like close to Montreal, so we decided to go by road. But the driver really suffers because he needs to drive for like 7 hours. And here we reached the border. It's very close to Montreal, and I'm eating the strawberry because I don't want them to throw it away. And here we again started the trip after staying in the border area for like 45 minutes. And the road to New York was really nice as spring was already approaching. And as we were going further and further, we realized that it was getting warmer. And yeah, we are enjoying the trip. And
हाय मेरा दिल हाय मेरा दिल
Take exit 1 EW, then use the left 2 lanes to take the ramp to I-90 East.
So we entered New York, and this is one of the famous bridge that they have. This is not Brooklyn, it's something else. I do not know the name of this bridge. Sorry, guys. And after entering New York, we're heading towards our Airbnb, which is in New Jersey. So I must tell you that New York City and New Jersey are very close to each other. However, they are different states. And this is the view from our Airbnb place, as in our Airbnb is just right here, and you can see the entire skyline of the New York City, and the two states are just divided by this river, which is called the famous Hudson River. And the place was really beautiful. Spring had already come in New York, or New Jersey I would rather say. And the flowers were blooming, the weather was beautiful, but it was drizzling a bit. But that's like a must. Whenever we travel, it has to rain or drizzle at least. And this was the entire skyline that was visible. We also came here during the night time to click a few pictures, and we are planning to head towards Times Square today. And this is the Empire State Building, if you can see. And we, after resting for a while, we went to the New York City to go to Times Square, but we did a mistake by getting a car. Guys, please do not get your car if you're coming to New York. And this is the Times Square, which has become like an Indian market. Like you can see, they have rickshaws as well, which was shocking for me because when I used to come here for layover, they never had these rickshaws and stuff, and it had become more crowded. We wanted to take the rickshaw, but it was very expensive and doesn't really as in make sense. It's better to just walk in foot. And this is the famous Times Square, you all. It's vibrant. And this is the hot dog that I ate, which was really bad. And this is the place that I was talking about. After we went to Times Square, we returned and we came here. We drank some coffee from Starbucks, and it was very cold and it was drizzling. And this is what I wore. This was a last minute plan. Actually, I didn't even know that we were going to New York, so that's why my dress or my clothes are just normal. And this is the famous Central Park. And this is the famous metro station that's shown in a lot of Hollywood movies like The Devil Wears Prada, if I'm not mistaken, and a lot of super human movies like superhero movies. And we couldn't go to the museum because we reached here very late, and that's sad thing, but then we'll come here again. And these are the cherry blossoms that's blossoming. I think they are cherry blossoms. And this is the main city of New York. And we got a car. Of course, that's an experience as well, but then I would really recommend people to not get their car because it's a hassle. You need to pay a lot of parking fee, you need to pay a lot of fee while coming every time to the New York City from Jersey. This is Grand Central. Leaving Grand Central.
Park Avenue Tunnel.
Call ka sa na taxi ko call sa bini. So after seeing the Statue of Liberty, we went to this museum which showed how it was made and how is it inside. You can also go for a tour inside the Liberty statue, and this is the entire way how it's made. It's made like Eiffel Tower inside, and then it's covered by that layer, which gives it a shape of a person. And it was a beautiful experience, the way they show their history and stuff. And this is the skyline in the daytime, and I'll show you how the flowers were looking during the daytime as well. It was beautiful. I couldn't click a lot of pictures in Central Park. I don't know why I couldn't make a lot of videos. Maybe I was just mesmerized. And this was the Airbnb that we were staying. It was just so beautiful. Look at the view. And this is the tunnel that takes you to the New York City. It's a long tunnel and it's built underwater, and you need to pay every time. So that's why I'm saying keep the car in your Airbnb while coming to New York City. But it was an experience. And this is the skyline again. You cannot get enough of the skyline. And I realized why I couldn't make videos in Central Park, not Park, from friends, because my battery went low and my phone was off. And you just cannot get enough of the skyline. Look at that. It's New York has its own vibe, and everybody knows that. So we had come here just for 2 days, and we're returning back to Montreal. But the experience was good, but you really need a lot of days for New York, because New York has a lot of things to do. And we couldn't go to Brooklyn Bridge because it would take us a lot of time to go to Brooklyn Bridge from Central Park. And we took the subway, the famous subway, but we couldn't make videos, like I said, because my battery was low. So guys, if you're coming to New York, my recommendations are, of course, you can get your car, because a road trip is a must, right? From wherever you're coming, it's an experience. However, keep the car in your hotel or in your Airbnb, and try to get their regular pass or take the bus, because it's a lot of money that you need to pay for the parking fee in the city, and the traffic is a lot. And New York, it's a very busy city, so you have to drive very carefully. But yeah, once in your lifetime to drive in New York City is also an experience. So we had that. And we missed the Brooklyn Bridge. We couldn't go to the museum, unfortunately, even after we reached, because the time was up already, as in we reached there quite late. I have been to the city before, so it was not that much of a miss for me, but I wanted to go to the museum. We also went to the memorial, the 9/11 memorial, and felt very, very emotional over there. Everybody does, of course. And I have a lot of things in my bucket list to do again in New York, if as in I get a chance to come here again, because it's one of the most happening cities in the world. But it was a great experience this time. Spring had already come here, but when we reached Montreal, it was still snowing, so it was a great shocker that it was still snowing in Montreal and New York. The flowers were already blossoming. So two different places so close to each other, of course not that close as well, are so different in temperature. And the experience was quite good. It was a long journey, 7 hours going, 7 hours coming, but you guys must do it if you guys at least live in Montreal. And the weather was quite good, a very, very beautiful getaway. And I hope that I can visit this city again.